Hey, how are you guys? How are you? Good morning. Well, what? Good afternoon. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? I can see. I can see too many people here. Hey, Luke, what's up? Hello, Kansas. Hey, Kevin, UK. Tokayo. Okay, now this is better. All right. So, how are you guys? How are you? Did you have good Friday? Good Friday. Good nice trading day, trading session? Did you manage your risk? Did you respected our Friday rules? Hello, Salman, Supagam, Joseph, UK took Tesla and took a loss. Hey, Alex. Hi, Ryle. Hello, Sina. Solid week for you, Ryle. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, guys. So let's let's take a look to what we have here. Let's take a look first to AMD. I took two trades on AMD today, and they both were amazingly good. UK, follow the plan. That's the important thing. That's the important thing because you already have a system in place. You already know how it works, and you already know that it actually works, right? So if a trade goes against you, you just make sure that it's a small loss, cut it, and move on to the next one, right? I mean, if you already know that your system works, that's gonna be easier. Hola, Carlita. Hello. All right, guys. So let me show you AMD today. I was watching. Not sure if you were watching this, but let me show you here. All right. Give me 1 second. Image here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to show you a few things. All right. Okay, right here. Okay, so this morning I was telling you, not sure if you uh, can you watch this image that I pasted here? If you can't, it's on Discord, right? It's on the admin channel. Basically, it was my trading plan. So I was telling you, like, if we can come back 162 and stay above of that number or above of that key level, that's going to be the plan for a move higher. So that's exactly what happened today. So we kind of almost touched 164. We came all the way to 162.36 and it started coming back higher. So I really like that price action. I really like that price action. As you can see here, we created higher lows very early in the morning, higher lows, higher highs, and then on this market structure, higher low. I really love this textbook break and retest of the 5-minute opening range high. So this was my first trade. This was my first trade. It went all the way to 85%, but I wasn't paying too much attention to the screenshots at the top of this chart, right? So it went all the way to 167. So can you see how preparation since the morning, since the pre-market plan can lead you to take decisions even if they are like fast decisions. So here I was already waiting to stay above 162. I'm already watching market structure to the upside. I'm already watching this kind of break and retest of pre-market low, 1 minute opening range, and the break of previous day high. So staying above 162, staying above previous day high. So this is super bullish, and also it's showing kind of relative strength, right? Because SPY was doing absolutely nothing. It was going just sideways, but QQQ was finally catching up with SPY because QQQ has been weaker than SPY for the past few days, and probably weaker, it's not the word. I will use something like less strong than SPY because also QQQ has been pushing higher and higher and higher. So I really like it. I really like it. But at some time, one of these two indices need to catch up with the other, right? They usually go like back to back, both of them. So for the past days, QQQ was going a little bit slower than SPY, so finally catch up today, and that's just the same because as you can see here, SPY is also doing its thing, right? It's also doing its thing. It's moving higher. So I mean, we still have that discrepancy. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's going a bit different. But anyway, so AMD was showing relative strength, was breaking all of our levels, respecting 162, breaking the previous day high. So the actual very first opportunity that I was watching on AMD was this one here. So this is kind of the break and retest of the 1 minute opening range high, but because this was lower than this first candle here, I was waiting for like, okay, well, let's like let's break this high of the day 5 minute opening range and wait for it. And lucky me, we actually had this break, this placement and retest of the 5 minute opening range. And look at this, buyers immediately step in here, and because I was super bullish, I know this is kind of close to high of the day, but I had a very bullish thesis for AMD. And also, as you can see right here, QQQ was like super super high, right? It was above pre-market high. It was pushing a lot. So I was very positive with this position here. So I had my stop loss at the bottom of this candle here, and I was aiming to 166.50, right? 166.50. So this first trade was a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio trade. And I'm not gonna lie, I was out most of my position right here, and I was running. Yeah, I was holding runners around here. With these candles, I just went out. But we were holding this order block here. Can you see? Let me put this. Okay, now, I think now it's clearer. Can you see this one candle rule or one order block holding here? So it was holding nicely with this candle. It came back, retested again. So I was very positive with this. Why? Because now both indices were pushing higher above the 5 minute opening range on SPY. QQQ was super high above pre-market high, very close to hit again previous day high. So I was very positive here. So I took this second trade. So this one was the 165 calls here, but this one was the 167.50 calls. So this trade went all the way to 50 something percent, and I actually was just holding. This was a smaller size than the first one, and well, I took majority of my position when I hit 50%, and I was holding this, and I cut my trade right here, 10:39. 10:39. I went to take breakfast with my family, enjoy my day, and that was all for me for the day. So let me go to the chat, guys. I want to read who was playing AMD with me. Uh, hey Joel, how are you? Cena AMD was the only asset today holding above previous day high. Yeah, but there were a few that were, like setting up nicely. I like Nvidia, and I think I like Palantir. I was sharing with you on the Discord. So yeah, pre-market prep is so important. Yeah, I mean, pre-market prep is very important because now you come to the session with intention, right? I mean, you already have a plan, you already are aware of key levels, so you won't be surprised for any reversal or any, like a strong or sharp move on the market or on your tech names. So you can be ready for any kind of move, just like we did here, right? um, hey Cuba, how are you? Jason, you missed that entry again. I don't know why I can't buy at that time. Maybe I afraid to lose. Yeah, well, remember when you come to the market, you need to be, like, uh with this mindset of abundance, right? Not scarcity. I mean, you can't come here with fear of loss. You need to be, like, with the mindset of this is an opportunity to win. All right. So yeah, I mean, we have something to fix there, Jason, and just hit me on Discord, or are you on Traders Lab? Yeah, I mean, if not, you just hit me on Discord, and I can try to help you identify what's holding you there. Um, Declan, how do you enter on bars that are forming? I was looking at the 958 entry, but it closed high of the day, 958. This one here. Um, this one here. Okay. Well, for example, here, Declan, I was waiting for this break, displacement, and retest of this 5 minute opening range. So what I was waiting here, it was buyers stepping in here. So the what I was waiting here, it's this candle to start being above the previous candle body. So uh, because I was watching it like closely, I was watching how the speed and momentum of this candle. So once it was above this previous candle here, I just entered my position here. So I didn't wait for the candle to close because I was watching how this candle was being formed. Right. Um. Okay. Tokayo, thank you for posting these pre-market chart plans. Really helpful. Glad you are finding value in this. Palantir held over previous day high. Yeah, I remember Palantir was one of my plays. Cuba, you took AMD from my own game plan for today. This was the very first time I did everything on my own. Pretty proud. That's very good news, Cuba. That's very good news, and I'm also proud about you. I'm also proud for you. Congratulations for this. This is the way. I mean, you know what? Sometimes when Jack can be on the live stream for any reason, vacation, traveling, anything, I see there are a lot of traders that they actually, take the trading session by their own, with their own preparation, with their own plans, and they take their own trades. And this was the only thing they needed, right? I mean, the circumstances to leave them alone taking their own trades. So I'm happy. Sometimes I'm happy. Like you know what? Actually, I ask Jack and Tony a few times that we should be not live streaming on Friday. We should be only on text. So other traders can actually go there and, exposed to to the market, exposed to the real trading, right? But they have not agreed to that. So I'm worried, but I mean, I'm looking for that experience for you guys. In terms of growing, right? I'm not trying to to prevent something. It's just I'm pushing other traders to actually grow with this experience. Um, Hola Orlando. Hey Kevin, you made something on Tesla. Hey Kevin, if you can, I mean, I will be on Tesla in a few minutes, but if you can talk to me about your play. I mean, what you were expecting, when your entry was, what was your stop loss, and what were your profit targets. Uh, Cuba, you took both previous day high reclaim, but scaled poorly, and then the order block and one candle rule. Very nice, Cuba. So you are actually doing the same thing than me. Orlando, I know you don't trade this early, Neto, but I took Palantir at the open with the previous day high retest over 100% in 2 minutes. Wow. I'll take a look to that, Orlando. Yeah, and that's super aggressive for me. That's super aggressive for me. I don't take any trades on the first 10 minutes of market. I mean, that's kind of a guidance for me. I know it's not a rule set in stone or with blood, but it's kind of one of my strongest guidances in my playbook. Um, uh, uh, um, Orlando, your suggestion with previous day high and previous day low being a strong level yesterday gave me confidence to take that trade. Nice. Yeah, so and that's the thing, right? I mean, if you are breaking and retesting and having continuation on previous day high and previous day low, I mean that's just a sign of continuation, right? The price is gonna move faster. The price is it's going away of the yesterday's range. So that those are the days that I like. Um, Jason, same mistake to yesterday. AMD not pull back too much. Kevin, that was just luck. Laura, you took an amazing entry point in AMD. Entry 162.60. 162.60. 1 minute opening range. What time, Laura? What time? Hey, Neto. Renato Reyes. Welcome, Renato. I don't remember. I don't remember watching you here. Welcome to the family. So this week, one of these, I did not win, lost 4 movements. These last two of today in Tesla duelen, they hurt. Any emotional help? Well, first, Renato, I will say, like, I mean, Tesla is like an advanced ticker. I mean, if you already have your system in place, if you already manage risk properly, if I mean, if you already like are kind of skilled, go for Tesla, because there are two things on Tesla. First, they are expensive contracts, right? I mean they are usually above $5. I mean the ones close to being the money, right? And second, there's not such too much on Tesla. So when people say like, no, it's super overextended, it can't go higher. I mean, that doesn't exist in Tesla. It can always go higher or lower beyond common sense. So that's kind of my opinion on Tesla. I do trade Tesla occasionally, but I try to stay away of Tesla. Unless it's like a textbook, full of confidence, a lot of higher time frame confluences. But I try to stay away of Tesla. So that's it. And the other thing, Renato, is if you are following your rules, if you already have your system in place and you are following your rules, remember the outcome of the trades are not in your control. I mean, what is in your control is waiting for your setup to actually come to you. manage your trade properly, taking profit where you are supposed to do it, or taking your stop loss where you were supposed to do it. So that's what is in your control. The outcome of the trade is not relevant, because you need to trust the large numbers, right? You need to trust your system to actually develop on the long run, not this trade, not the next trade, not the next 100 trades. I mean, it's a long run system. Remember that, and you will be kind of calmer with that. Kevin, I would love to discuss that, Neto. When is that? uh are you on the Scarface Discord, Kevin? If you are, I mean, you just tag me there. If you are not, you can always send me a question here on the YouTube channel, and we can start a conversation right there. Um, or my email is on the channel's description. So if you guys want to reach anytime, you can always send me an email. All right. Declan, you took two losses today, but I like how I had my own plan and executed on my own, following my rules. That's a win for me, Declan. That's a win for me. Thank you, Supa. Laura, 163.90. Previous day high. Carlita, Tesla above previous day high. Yeah, like 300%, Carlita. Yeah, Carla has been taking amazing trades this week, and well, lately, she has been amazing lately. Very nice market reading, and I think she's ready to sizing up. I think she's ready to sizing up. Um, Jason, if you already identify that I mean, you are not good taking Tesla trades, brother. I mean, there are like other 3,000 different tickers, so you can just replace Tesla with something that you feel more comfortable. Carla, 394%. I knew it. I knew it. Tesla is difficult to trade. Tesla. All right. Well, then let me move forward with AMD. I think AMD offered three textbook uh, uh, entry opportunities. Maybe this one was kind of tricky, because yes, it's actually breaking and retesting these key levels, this opening price, this 1 minute opening range. I mean, this is the low, but I mean, look at the price action here. I mean, buyers actually stepping in, and it was all above this 162 key level that I had. So this was a kind of a tricky, more aggressive entry. But then after this is the break, displacement, and retest of the 5 minute opening range high of the day, and above previous day high. So this was very, very, very easy entry. And then this second trade here, it was the only red candle here. It was the only red candle here. So it was kind of obvious that price will need to revisit this this price here. And also look at this, it was super close to 166. So that's kind of a round number, strike number. Well, actually, it wasn't a strike number, but it was a round number, and a side number. So an order block aligned to a relevant key level. That's something that I love, right? So this was a very nice break and retest of this order block. So this was the second entry that I was watching here, and I just think that was kind of easy. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Amazon. All right, let me show you what I was sharing for Amazon here. Amazon, I was waiting for a pullback around 230, and that will be our sign for a move higher, right? So today we didn't get that pullback. I mean, it's pulling back to 231, but that's not enough. And if we go to Amazon here, can you see why this pullback to 230 is kind of relevant or even needed? So we can, if we have this, if we can have this pullback to 230, it's gonna grab all this liquidity here, and then it's gonna be ready for a move higher. Ready for a move higher. And we have, let me go to the daily, and we have, look at this. We already have this gap here, and let me explain why I didn't took off this gap on my chart. Because depending on what charting app you are using, you will see that this candle is not everywhere. For example, in Webull, I don't have this candle like all the way to here. So I decided to keep this gap in my charts until we actually like fill this gap. Because I mean, again, in here TradingView, yes, it's showing this candle wick, but on my Webull, it's not. So I just decided to leave it like this. Um, right. So I hope you guys are understanding why this pullback to 230 is kind of important. Also, this is I was talking to another student on the community about the moving on the daily moving average, 20 moving average. So probably Amazon is gonna just chill around this 230, 233 range until the daily 20 AM 12 daily 20 MA catch up around here, and then it's gonna explode to the upside. Because I mean, now it's summertime, and this is the season of Amazon. Amazon is always making money and growing on summer. So I didn't see anything relevant for Amazon today. I was like trying to set something here, but it wasn't there. So I think this 139 132 key level has been not the magnet, but I mean, again, I think Amazon needs to catch up with this daily 20 MA, and when it gets closer, then it's gonna speed it up to the upside. But I mean, for a few days, I wouldn't wait anything very relevant on Amazon. Let's see what happens. Um, Let me go to the chat again. More Tesla comments. Renato, thank you. I have been joining these live sessions for the past couple days, but it's the first time that I speak. Well, welcome anyways, Renato. Thank you for being active. I mean, as you can see here, I mean, I read all of the comments that you have, guys, and I try to reply to all of them, even if it's a question that we have been answering on the previous sessions. I mean, don't hold it. I mean, just shoot it here, and we will try to answer. And also, you see that this is a very nice community. So most of the times, even if I answer your question, there's other people actively trying to help. Mm-mm-mm. I was trading same day expiration, Cuba. Uh-uh. Hola, Gaby. Thank you, Joel. Thank you. Probably in the future, I'm gonna do more Spanish speaking sessions. So stay around. Stay around. Right. So let's go to Nvidia, guys. I like this Nvidia chart today. I mean, all the semis were very bullish this morning. Not sure if you guys, probably this is something that we should be doing. No, this is not. Carla, help me here. What is the name of the semis ETF? STH? No, I don't remember the semis ETF, but SMH. Okay, SMH. Oh, this is yeah. Oh wait, well, I was kind of sorry. Sorry. So SMH this morning was pushing higher, and as you can see here, SMH is getting dangerously close to this daily 20 SMA. So my reading here is that it's just basing, waiting for the daily 20 SMA to actually catch up, and this is gonna push higher. And as you are watching right here, look at this. I mean, this first candle almost came to touch this daily 20 SMA. So I'm very positive that these semis are gonna push higher in the next days. So this is something that you should not be missing. Be there, guys. Be there. So I was watching these Nvidia trades. So I missed this 173 retest here. I know, and you will say like, well, what is the importance of this 173? Well, this 173 has been a key level the whole week, right? It was support, then resistance, 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 then turn support, and today it was turn support again, right? So I was waiting for the retest of this 173 and the hold as it happened this morning. So I was, like I was waiting for AMD or Nvidia to actually do their thing, but I like more Nvidia because it kind of run earlier and it had. Do you remember? I don't like to trade long on all-time highs, so that's something that I need to fix, guys. Or you need to get used to me not taking trades on Nvidia while it's on all-time highs. But I mean that's why I chose AMD, and also I think AMD had the break and retest on the key levels, like like more uh, clear or clearer, right? So I think it was a nice setup on AMD, but Nvidia also had these ones, right? So this previous week high, it was actually, this is the all-time highs, right? Yes. So this 174.25 was the all-time highs in regular trading hours. So I was watching for this break and retest just as we had here, and this will be my first trade. So if you were having this 174.25 as your stop loss and you were looking for a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio trade, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities to trim your position at high of the day, because then it failed. And when I say it failed, it actually just went to revisit this 5-minute opening range high. And when it came back to revisit this 5-minute opening range high, I love it because look at the indices right here. So QQQ was bouncing out of the pre-market high, and SPY was actually breaking out the high of the day. So I really like this second chance that offer here, just because the risk reward, right? Just because the risk reward, because both indices were pushing higher on top of their charts, and this was a clear and nice break and retest. And look at the price action here. Look at the candle wicks right here. So this is a very nice sign of buyers stepping in. Buyers stepping in here. So look at the strong reaction out of the 5-minute opening range high. So the risk reward here was your stop loss at the bottom of this candle here, or maybe to previous day high. Let's say previous day high, but I like more the bottom of this candle. But your reward could be all the way up to the high of the day as you had it, right? As you had it. So this was a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio trade. Let's say here, yeah, 1-to-4 risk reward ratio trade. So I actually like it a lot. This new opportunity. All right. So that those were the ones that I was watching on Nvidia. But again, as I told you, I prefer to take AMD. They look, I don't know, nicer for me. And also, well, guys, I prefer AMD over the other tickers. And also, I'm not comfortable going long on all-time high. So that's why this play, I mean, it was nice and clear, but I was preferring AMD for myself. Right? Tesla. Well, Tesla, let me go to the 15-minute chart. Okay, so first I have something to say. So first, this gap down on earnings, guys, zoom out, look left, go see the previous earnings calls. This is kind of so common now. This is kind of so common. This is free money. This is free money because on earnings it always go down a lot because that's speculation. That's a speculation. They have good sales, they have good inventories, they have good profit, they are opening more markets, they are actually increasing their capacity. They are doing a lot of stuff, but they went short on liquid cash. Dude, I mean, it's not like cash is gonna be an issue for these kind of companies, but I mean, just trying to give you a sense of the fundamentals instead of the technicals, but if you go back on your chart, you will see this is just manipulation, this is just discretionary trading, this is just people taking profits. So this was free money because this gap is going to be closed sooner than later. And look at this. I mean, it went from 300 to 324 in a day. So that's 10%, guys. That's 10%. And investing speaking, I mean, that's a crazy move. So just as Carla today had a 300 and something percent. Good luck, Cuba. Have a good weekend. So just as Carla had a monster trade on options, I mean, on stock trading, this was a huge move, right? This was a huge move. So that's something to consider for the next earnings on Tesla. Remember, they usually drop it and then recover it. So something for you. So this was the gap that we were watching here. So once you enter into the gap, what is expected? The gap fill. Is it gonna be filled everything on one day? Not really, not common. But as I told you guys, something that doesn't exist on Tesla, it's too much. I mean, it can't go that far. Well, it can. I mean, Tesla can, right? So it can go. It can't drop that fast or that deep. It can. I mean, Tesla always can. So that's something that doesn't exist on Tesla on Tesla trading. Too much. So once you enter into this gap, you should be looking for signs of actually going higher. So first, the market was going sideways, but Tesla was going to the upside. All right. So that's your first sign of relative strength, right? So you have this break, this placement and retest of pre-market high and previous day high, right? So it was holding nicely this previous day high. So you can actually take your position here. And this is super low risk, right? This is super low risk. Why? Because you are watching for continuation, right? If you are watching for continuation. So if you open your position right here, previous day high, and you are having your stop loss right here at the bottom of this candle, the reward is so high here because you will be watching again, not to fill the gap like entirely, but look at this. I mean, you can go level by level. So high of the day, it was a 1 to 2.4 risk reward ratio trade. What's the next level? Let's say 314, 1 to 3.5, 315, 1 to 4.4. So can you see the reactions right at these levels? Can you see the reaction? So this is 315. This is 314. This is 313. Can you see the reactions on the round numbers? So again, guys, this is not magic. This is not magic. This is just having your chart ready and a little bit of common sense. All right. What is this 312.62? That was a key level on the daily chart. So as you can see here, we went level to level, round number to round number, and I can do the same to the upside, I think. I think we can, right? 316. Right there. Look at this. Reaction here. What about 317? Well, nothing too much on 317. But what about 317.50? Because that's the strike number. Look at this. Break, retest, the strike number right here. So everything on Tesla was super bullish, no bully, not bully, super bullish. So it was just you holding your key levels here. Carla, Tesla made 155% of the average true range. Wow. As I said, Carla, I mean there's not such a thing like too much on Tesla. There's not such a thing as too much on Tesla. So that was a nice trade. That was a nice trade. Can you share when was your entry and your trims? Did you already share? Uh you took Tesla above previous day high from 310, something like here. Okay. And all the way to 323. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. Wow. Congratulations, Carla. That's a dope trade. Dope trade. And well, guys, if you can go to the Tesla chart and identify market structure, you can see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So this is textbook market structure. So when it's that bullish, you will see. I mean, it can't go 90%, 90 degrees straight to the upside, but this is the closest to it. This is the closest to it. All right. All right, guys. So let's go to Palantir today. I think that was the other one that you were 128 risk reward. Look at that. Yeah. So Palantir, just as Nvidia, just as AMD, Palantir was waiting. Was very bullish from the open. Can you see here what we were waiting here? Well, a break of this 155.68, because it has been the ceiling here, right? It has been the resistance. So what we were waiting here, a break of this key level. So once you broke this 155.68, you just should be waiting for an entry opportunity here. And what happened here? You came back to the 1 minute opening range, and look at the reaction here, and look how aggressive was this. So look at this. This was a 1 to 3 risk reward rate to trade. But even if you waited for the candle closure here, and even if you had your stop loss at the bottom of this candle, and even if you were aiming to high of the day, and not look at this, because this will be weird, right? I mean, you should be looking for high of the day, but the real target will be 160, right? But let's say that you were aiming to the high of the day. No drawdown here, and 1 to 2.2 risk reward rate to trade. But what if you were waiting for 160? It was a 1 to 3.5 risk reward rate to trade. And then after that, you had this break, displacement, and retest of high of the day, and also the 5 minute opening range. This was a way smaller trade, but if you were looking for the 1 to 2 risk reward rate to trade, look at this. You actually had it to the bottom or to the candles of this high of the day. So that's what happens when it's super bullish here, right? Carla, you took Palantir 942. Yeah, look at this. Carla did exactly what I said. So she was waiting for this confirmation candle after buyers stepping in aggressively on this 1 minute opening range, and we're all the way to 160. Yeah, look at this. So this is a 1 to 3.4 risk reward rate to trade. This is an amazing trade also. And that's it, guys. I mean, not sure if you have any question here. Alex, Monster Trade. Congratulations, Carla, again. Orlando, what about the first break and retest of previous day high? Like here? Oh. Where? On Palantir, Orlando? Break and retest of previous day high. Like this immediate retest? Because, yeah, this is actually the opening price. Can you see here? This is the opening price right at the previous day high. Right at the previous day high, it's the opening price. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, my friend. This is the most aggressive on on trading that you can do it, right? Like market open, and you just open your position right there. You know what? I used to be a breakout trader on my previous life. And even when I wouldn't take this first candle here, I will be watching for this. I mean, if this goes above previous day high, above this 158.68, this was a key level on the daily chart, and this was all-time highs. And if it was above the pre-market high, I may enter like here, right? Like, okay, well, let me try to catch this candle. This was, this is just too aggressive. So guys, I don't have anything else to say, but please journal your trades, identify your patterns, look at your strengths, try to fix your weaknesses, and learn from the lessons. Learn from the lessons. You already paid for them, so you better learn from them. All right? So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on Monday. Please have a very nice weekend. Prepare your charts for next week and journal, please journal. All right. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you.